Okay, so I'm gonna give you my feedback on the Fabspeed airbox intake, whatever racing intake. The product itself is fine. It's a nice, carbon fiber type piece. It looks really nice. It's done really well, it seems like. But I'm gonna say it's very difficult, or it was very difficult, to fit into my particular setup. And I don't know if that's going to be the case for everybody, but I suspect there's going to be some fit issues for the majority of the folks, especially for a 997.2. The instructions are non-existent. The one on the website, their website, the instruction hyperlink doesn't work. So then online they have one tutorial that that's done on a like a 996 or a 997.1, so it's not exactly the same. But regardless, there's a couple things that I'm not sure exactly what I should do. One is there's like a solenoid type of airline that I'm assuming you can just leave open. I don't know what its purpose is on the original airbox, but there's like a vacuum line that goes to the bottom side of the airbox, and there's no place to put a similar vacuum hose on the Fabspeed whatever tubes. I just disconnected it and then just left it open. I don't know if I was supposed to close it or what exactly, but nonetheless it's open right now. I did do a test drive to see if there was a fault of any sort. No faults, but it was very difficult for me to fit the unit to the point where I thought maybe I couldn't do it. The fan that's on the deck lid wasn't fitting. I was pushing down on the actual airflow sensor connector piece, and so I had to cockeye the whole unit. And partially, it's not their fault because the aftermarket wing that I have on my car is whatever. It's that I think is not done very well. So the fan itself doesn't fit correctly on there. So I had to figure out all these different possibilities and try out every position so that it would fit. However, the Fabspeed product itself, you can tell, is not made to accommodate tolerances, because where the airflow sensor or meter goes into the screw holes don't line up, and so I could only screw one of them. I found that kind of not cool. I don't think it's an issue only screwing one of them. I don't think it's going to back itself out or anything like that, but nonetheless, it's just one of those things that makes you feel like every tolerance consideration is not done. It just, to me, it seems like a shop that's they're a metal shop, and they're used to working with metal and welding and jigs, and they're moving into this carbon fiber world, and for whatever reason they're not as I don't know what the right word is, but they're not as specific or detailed as to every possibility. Maybe they can't afford it to be that way. But there was nothing online about this like, you know, talent issue, and I think I might be the first one actually discussing it. And I thought about doing a install type video, but it was such a simple thing. I thought initially that I just didn't bother doing it, but I kind of regret not doing it because I could have showed every step, every problem that I ran into. But a lot of it, like I said, is unique to my vehicle and my rear deck. But nonetheless, it is on there fine. I don't regret doing it because, like I said before, my unique situation, my air ducts and the fact that they didn't fit on the rear deck lid, caused me to put it on the air box, the original air box, and I couldn't get to the oil, and I didn't like the solution. So to me, it's kind of worth it. But I think to anyone else who has a standard setup, I don't think it's worth it. It's too much of a hassle. It's too many unknowns. It's a lot of money. It's anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500, and there's a possible fitment issue. The benefits, I don't know. I mean, they have a chart that says you get X amount more horsepower. I can't necessarily tell the difference. I just took one short test drive just to see if I got an error code or not. This is my second drive with it, and I can't even tell if it's louder or not, to be honest with you. I'm assuming it is. I don't drive this car enough to be able to really tell the differences. I wonder if generally I can hear like a higher whining kind of noise, and that's not a bad thing. It's like almost sounds like a turbine of some sort. And I want to say it overall, with all the things that I've done, I'm no longer concerned about how muted the sound is in the vehicle. So, you know, I'm sure it's contributing to that. So to me, at this point, I don't feel like I should have to do anything else for the sound. I'm assuming the performance is better, just in general, because this is probably a mistake. I'm assuming the performance is better just because, you know, there's more airflow. I don't know if that's necessarily, you know, proven, but I'm gonna say it. I don't know. Psychologically, maybe it's better. It looks a lot better, although I don't like the fact that it's all cockeyed because I had to do that in order for it to fit. But it does look like clean and empty. I do like the fact I can get to the oil, add oil if I need to. There's also I think a steering fluid cap there that I've never actually checked, so I might do that at some point. Check that. That's more or less it. So my overall recommendation is if you have a standard vehicle, it's not worth it unless you want to do it for the bling. But if you're going to install it yourself, I think you're going to run into some problems. I think if you take it to a shop, they're just going to figure out how to get it done. They may not take the time to really, you know, do everything that's necessary in order for it to work correctly, for the most part. You know, they'll run into the same problem that the airflow sensor won't fit correctly. I don't know what they'll do to solve that problem. So that's what I think. I think it's not worth it. Unfortunately, you know, I hate saying that about a product that I paid for, but for me, it's more or less worth it because of the unique situation that I was in. So overall, I feel a little bit better about the setup that I have, and I don't have some weird setup with my ducts. But if I just had a standard vehicle with standard ducts that was on the deck lid, I'd be happy with that, knowing what I know now.